Kosei Inoue's ouchi gari is one of the strongest in the world. It is the perfect foil to his incredible uchimata. Inoue scored ippon from his ouchi in some of the most important contests of his career. Classically, ouchi gari is performed with a sleeve and lapel grip, but not Inoue's. Against a right-handed opponent, Inoue takes a right armpit grip with his left hand and a left lapel grip with his right. Inoue takes a big jump with his left foot and hops in with ouchi gari. Inoue's right leg hooks in behind Uki's knee as he initiates the throw. His supporting left foot hops and drives forwards. His right arm pushes and his left arm controls. Here, Inoue demonstrates the direction of his ouchi gari against a right-handed opponent. Inoue always drives towards his opponent's weakest direction with ouchi gari. Against a right-hander, this is directly backwards. Inoue's foot entry for ouchi really is the definition of a major inner reap. The back of his right knee meets the back of Uki's left knee. Inoue's big forward step with his left foot makes Uki step back with his right foot. It is crucial for Uki's left foot to be forward when Inoue throws, to avoid being countered. This step can be made either inside or outside of Uki's foot. As Inoue enters with ouchi, he anchors his weight downwards and forwards. He enters high and then sinks his weight onto Uki's body. From the reverse angle, you can see the job of Inoue's direction hand. Inoue opens up the lapel and sinks it into Uki's shoulder. Once Inoue has sunk Uki's weight, he peels the lapel over Uki's shoulder. This is then used to drive them directly backwards to complete the throw. As Inoue enters with ouchi, he sinks his weight onto Uki. Uki's weight is transferred onto his left leg. Inoue then traps the leg to prevent it escaping. And now, all the elements combined in a fully committed ouchi gari. Once Inoue takes his lapel and armpit grip, he steps in with a big left stamp. This causes Uki to step back with his right foot, and Inoue then attacks the left leg, hopping Uki directly backwards. Notice how Inoue sinks his weight and traps Uki's left leg. Inoue's supporting leg is his launch pad. He uses it to blast in and drive into Uki. Against Francis Treneau in the 1999 World Championships, Inoue attacks with ouchi gari. The big left stamp from Inoue makes Treneau step back ever so slightly with his right foot. Inoue locks in against the back of Treneau's knee and drives him to the mat. And as Kokas go, it's a pretty strong one. In the final of the 1999 Worlds, Inoue hops Yang of Korea the length of the mat with ouchi gari. No score for Inoue, but in the replay, you can really see a massive reaction from Yang when Inoue stamps down his left foot. Yang manages to get his left hand onto Inoue's thigh to prevent being thrown, but it's close. In the 2000 Paris tournament, Inoue hops in with ouchi gari and scores Wazari against Bagdasarov of Uzbekistan. The stamp from Inoue makes Bagdasarov step back. Inoue hooks in twice and then drives his opponent directly backwards and nearly for ippon. Just look at how Inoue anchors Bagdasarov's weight onto his left foot and traps it to prevent it from escaping. In the semi-final of the 2007 Paris tournament, Inoue throws Hungary's boar with a remarkable ouchi gari.
sur ce ouchi. Ça va vite, ça passe derrière.
Bort manages to free his leg, but look at the drive from Inoues, who maintains control of the upper body by pulling on the arm while directing with the lapel hand. Wazari to Inoues. And now to the 2001 World Championship final against Hungary's Antal Kovacs, and the most famous Inoue ouchi of the lot. Inoues' left foot stamp works perfectly, with Kovacs taking a big step back with his right foot. With an armpit and lapel grip, Inoues then sinks his weight into Kovacs and prevents him from escaping. Inoues drives forward with his left foot and directs Kovacs onto his back with his upper body. Pay attention to Inoues' lapel hand, which starts by directing the angle of the throw. Then sinks into Kovacs' shoulder and finally pushes over his shoulder to direct him towards and on the mat. Inoues has won all of his 6 fights in the 2001 Worlds by Ippon, and for the second time he's world champion at -100 kilos.